Hello, 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 and welcome to my cozy little corner of the internet. Today, I just wanted to hang out with you, show off a few things, and unbox my new phone for all of that fun unboxing sounds. So, I feel like it's been a hot minute. Does anyone even say that anymore? Since you and I have hung out. I was supposed to be back last weekend. Well, since it's the middle of the week right now, I don't know how to word that. But anyways, I was supposed to be back on November 10th, but some personal stuff happened when that weekend started that threw me for a loop. And I just didn't have it in me. And I didn't have anything filmed. Yeah, I need to restock. But yes, so I wanted to just spend some time with you today. Guess we're having a little bit of a random trigger fest to start with. I wanted to just chat. There was a story from Halloween that I didn't get around to telling on any of my social media or here on this channel, so I want to tell you guys that, and we'll just find some things to ramble about, won't we? So, we've been working on decluttering the house more. I feel like I repeat this every time I talk, but just in case you're new to my channel, I moved into a house that we inherited last year. And when we moved in, obviously we inherited it because my mother-in-law passed away. So her husband had moved out, but left most of his stuff because he moved to a retirement home. And that also meant leaving a lot of my mother-in-law's stuff too. So we have to go through not only the too much stuff that we have ourselves, but the too much stuff that was left behind. And it's a big task. But we got around to unpacking a couple more boxes the other day. And I found a few things. So the first thing I want to show you, I'll have to be a little careful because of the sunlight. Oh yes, just like last time. Sorry. Going a little fast here. Let's slow down. I know that people like fast ASMR. People also like that channel. I'm not as much one of those people. Now, in a casual ramble, it's not so bad. But specifically fast ASMR does not relax me. I don't understand you people. But that's okay. Because ASMR is a little bit different for everyone. And that's the beauty of it, because we are a world of how many billions of people now? Like billions. We've been busy. We're a busy little species. Little. But anyways. Yeah, with that many people out there, we can't all be the same. We can't all look the same. We're not clones of each other. So, judging anyone based on something they like, or even how they look, it's kind of silly. Silly. Okay, so, to go back to what I was talking about. First of all, the sunlight is my lighting today, And we're at a time of year that I really can't rely on it anymore because it's very intense in this room in the mornings because it beams right in from behind you when it rises in the sky. So in the future, I will not be relying on the sunlight, which kind of makes me sad because I do like the way it looks sometimes. But I will go back to filming when it's dark and using my ring light. Secondly, just like my last video, I am testing out my Blue Yeti again. So, you might have a dual audio layer, which might make it really rich. I'm not sure yet. I'm filming with a Blue Yeti because I'm testing a cord to see if it works. I mean, it certainly does light it up, but my Blue Yeti cord got damaged. I can actually show you, it's kind of funny. I think I put it over here. 1 second. Here we go. So I don't know how this happened, but it did work for a while. It did work for a while. And then when I was filming Halloween, I lost a couple of audio files to that. So we're trying out a new cord that we had laying around before I go on to buying a new Blue Yeti cord, if I need to. Hopefully this works. So those are my little disclaimers for this video. But I didn't want to just drop another filming day and miss another week because I miss you. I love hanging out with you. It really helps me to center and stay positive, which is something I've struggled with this last week. I'm not sure if any of you out there can understand, but for me, I have a lot of issues, a lot of upset and anger at the way the world is and my perception of history now and such. So I'm working through that, and in the new year I actually intend to start therapy for this and other reasons. It's good. Even people who feel like they are on track can still benefit from therapy. Therapists are our friends. Okay, but I did say I had some things to show off and a phone to unbox. Now, I won't lie, I've already looked at the phone, of course, but I left all of the packaging the way it was so that we could unbox it and have those nice tingly noises. So the first thing that I found when I was unpacking, and I'm so grateful that this didn't get damaged drastically anyways, is this beautiful artwork that I got a few years ago at a Comic-Con. And I don't know the artist, unfortunately, because there is no signature. There's no signature, there's nothing on the back. I probably had a card but misplaced it, so dear artist, if you do happen, somehow to see this video, please let me know. Because not only do I want to give you credit, I would love to check out more of your art. So, for those of you who may not be aware, I'm sorry about the reflections, aside from the nice glittery reflections that are intended here. So for those of you that are not aware, I'll just fill up the screen with this for now. The artwork is of Elphaba from the musical Wicked. So basically, the Wicked Witch of the West. And her love interest, Fiero. I don't want to touch the artwork too much. And their big song. Oh, I love this song so much. As Long as You're Mine. And I just really loved the art, but I also really love that this artist used this glitter technique. I don't know if that's, the best terminology for it, but it's so mesmerizing. So I am going to make sure that this gets a frame and a nice home somewhere so it doesn't get damaged. I love picking up artwork at Comic-Cons and such of my favorite characters and such. I can't wait to film my walls with more artwork, and I actually want to put up a lot of inspirational quotes and reminders, self-help kind of things, because seeing daily reminders really helps me. So I think maybe next week when we hang out, we might spend some time making some of those quotes. Maybe you'll like them too and want to save them or put them somewhere, put them as little reminders, or even just save them to your phone. I save a lot of images from, Facebook and Instagram to my phone because they inspire me. I actually have on my personal Facebook, I don't have an ASMR Facebook. I don't really like Facebook as much as some people, but I do keep it to keep in touch with some of my family and friends. On my personal Facebook, for a long time, I was saving these images and then uploading them, and that album has like more than 500. I actually think it's more than 700, but I'm not 100% images in it. Probably over a 2-year span when I was dealing with some very toxic people, but I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't recognize all the situations for what they were. And now I do, let me tell you. Toxic people try to come up in my space, and I'm like, boom, let me stop you right there with some self-love for myself. You don't get to treat me like that. It takes a lot to learn, though, because I am such a compassionate person. I'm so understanding. Like, literally, you could explain things to me and, I'd be like, okay. But you need to learn where to draw the line. Those people who are out there, manipulating and lying and lying and lying and lying to the point where they believe it themselves. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve your help. What I had to learn was that all I can do is let people know that I am here for them. I would be happy to help them if they want to hear my story, have someone to listen to them, have some advice, have some knowledge of how to shut up those birds. Sorry. But, yeah, I just let my friends know, hey, this is what I've been through as a person. This is how I've grown. And if you're ready to change some things, I'll support you. If you're not, you're either not my friend anymore, or I've kept you at arm's length. Oh, we are just having a ramble I did not expect here. And since we've been talking about toxic people, I've just started doing some energy plucking for you. I know that I should have asked permission first before I just started touching you and energy plucking, and I'm sorry, but no, that's not how you apologize. You don't say but afterwards. If this is bothering you, the magic of the internet means that you can pull away. However, I do want to remember in the future to always ask your consent. consent. Consent is important. Is it okay if I continue? Good. Okay, so the next thing that I have to show off is something else that I recently unpacked. A couple years ago, I found these adorable salt and pepper shakers at a thrift store, and I just love them so much, so I had to get them just for decor. Look at these cute old witches, and they've got little broomsticks underneath their skirts. Oops, I'm off the screen there. There we go. They're so cute, and I like that they don't completely match. They've got different colored dresses. I haven't named them. I feel like maybe I should, but it'll take a little while. But look at that big old schnoz. I just think that they are so cute. And they make a pretty nice noise. Oh, we got a snoozy dog again in the background. Snore, snore, snore. So yes, I'm so happy that we've been doing more work around the house and finding more of my things that I love. Not that I don't have my stuff that I love, but obviously there's still some things packed up. And I did a run, like a donation run. Like, you know what I'm talking about automatically. I filled up the car with a bunch of donations and took them to, again, another thrift store, but it's like a charity thrift store. And what we're going to do is try to aim to drop something off every weekend. Because if that's done almost every weekend... Rude. How many times do I have to tell my doggos I'm filming? If I do that every weekend, even if it's just a box sometimes, it's really going to add up. And I bet you by the new year we'll be lighter and we'll have more space. And we'll find more of our stuff that we're looking for, of course. But speaking of stuff, of course, the last thing I wanted to show off was... the last thing I wanted to show off was my new phone. So I haven't activated it yet. Probably do that later today. But I do also need to get a case for it. I'm gonna have to find something cheap for now since Christmas is on the horizon. I also, we're planning to get our little chihuahua in for one last surgery on his teeth. Unfortunately, I think I talked about this before. Unfortunately, we weren't able to keep his teeth well cleaned, and little dogs don't typically chew on things the way big dogs do. Like Sadie and Sparky chew on bones and toys all the time, so their teeth are pretty good. But Hemi, unfortunately, didn't chew enough and didn't clean them enough. And so right now, he only has two teeth left. And they're on the same side of his face. So he doesn't really do anything with them anyways. But during the last surgery, he had already been out for so long that they had to leave them. It's a little scary because he is older. He's about 11 now. 10 to 11, somewhere in there. I feel like we've been saying that he is 10 for a couple years, so I need to double check on that. But anyways, so that's going to be a pretty penny right before Christmas. But we have most of it saved. And the rest will be here at the end of the month with the paycheck. So, the other thing though, a few days ago, I woke up to water leaking into my house. there is a previous spot that had water damage. And I think that there's just a tiny hole in the roof because, well, I guess I need a little backstory here. I live in Canada, and oddly enough, this year we got snow already. We got dumped on about a week ago, something like that. Goodness, my brain, my memory. So, yeah, we got dumped on quite a bit for our first snow of the year, when in the past few years we haven't had snow even sometimes at Christmas. Like, we haven't had it yet. Ramble. So it was all over the roof, of course, and we have this one part of the house where there's kind of two roofs. So one kind of goes this way and one goes this way, and they like this one overhangs onto the other one. And it's the lower one that I think has some damage. There's just a small hole where water was dripping from. It has stopped, thankfully, but I have to get that looked at because we're supposed to get a fair amount of snow this year. I apologize. My voice is kind of cracky. I'm gonna take a drink, but my cup is not YouTube friendly. Let me censor it carefully here. Yeah, you guys can see that now. A giant cup of who the bleep cares. Sippy sippy. Oh, I just woke up actually this morning to my partner had sent me a link to Graveyard Girl doing ASMR, and I know she's talked about it for a while, so I'm kind of excited to check that out. I like seeing people experiment with it, like Jeffree Star doing it. It's fun. They're definitely not who I'm visiting when I need to sleep, but I do enjoy watching them. And who knows? You never know what hidden talent might be in there. Okay, ramble. So, my new phone. Let me tell you the ordeal I had to go through to get this. I had been eligible to upgrade for a while. Let me start tapping on it. I had been eligible to upgrade and just kind of kept putting it off, forgetting, etc. And I finally was like, okay, you know what? I think it was last weekend actually. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'll just go to Walmart. They've got phone centers there, and I'll just get whatever is free. Basically, I'm with a carrier who does a payment thing where you can pay off the cost of the phone with your bill. I think a lot of phone carriers do this, but I also don't know what other countries are like. So they give you 2 years, and they have different plans. So I'm on the medium one. That means I pay $15 on my bill each month. And so I was like, okay, I'll just see what I can get for $0 down, and then the monthly payment. Losing track. So for some reason on the Friday, I was like, you know what? Let me just check my carrier's website, get an idea of the phones, kind of look at the description. Maybe I'll go look at some reviews after. And once I loaded up the phones, there was a flash sale that weekend. I'm a Samsung girl. I really don't like any other phone. I used to use BlackBerry way back in the day. And then I switched from BlackBerry to Samsung, and I haven't looked back since. All you iPhone users, that's okay. You like what you like, and I like what I like. I do not like the iPhone. I can't remember if I ever actually used one, but honestly, I did actually work for a company where we took inbound calls like it was a call center job. That's my life. It was, yeah, a call center job taking like calls for a phone carrier. I think it was in the States actually. And it was not fun dealing with the iPhone over the phone when they had problems. Oh, not fun. But that's okay. You like the iPhone if you do. I like the Samsung. We're all good. We can like different things. Okay. Ramble. I'm gonna run out of all of my memory storage and everything. Because I just love hanging out with you. Okay. Where did I leave off? Right. So it was having a flash sale. And the phone that it was for was the Samsung S9. Not the newest in the S series, but definitely up there and good. And it was $0 down with the payment plan that I was already on. So, like, nothing. I had to do nothing to get this phone except to order it. But let me tell you how many times I tried to order it. My credit card company probably thinks I'm crazy because even though I wasn't paying anything, I still had to put the credit card information in. The issue was that my phone carrier had my name spelled wrong solely in my shipping address. So I called them up. I explained it to them. I spent like an hour on the phone trying to fix it. And at the end of it, I got what I knew was a bull poop answer of, okay, well, it could take 2 to 4 hours for the website to reset. I worked in call centers enough to know when you're giving a little bit of a kind of guesstimate answer, if you will, to put it nicely. So, I said, that's fine. If this doesn't work out, I'll call back later. But then when later came, I was just too blah to deal with it. Because this was also the weekend where I got thrown off for a loop by something. Basically, something happened in my personal life on the Friday night. My entire weekend was shot. I didn't film. I was dealing with this phone, etc. So on the Sunday, I called them back, and within 10 minutes of speaking with the next representative, I said, I'm tired of getting jerked around. Can I please speak to a supervisor? So the customer retentions department, is that the right terminology? The department that saves you as a customer, basically. They don't want to lose you, so they do what they can. They had to order it for me over the phone. And that was still a little bit of an ordeal because for this was actually really weird for me because I've never had this scenario. The agent thanked me at the end and said that she was new to being bilingual, and being bilingual in this country is not uncommon, especially in Ontario and Quebec. We are French and English. I don't speak French though. Never stuck for me. Never stuck. So she said that she was a new bilingual agent, but she went from being French only to French and English. And I was like, that's a role reversal. I'm just so used to people learning French and then becoming bilingual. In general, but in their jobs and stuff too. So that was kind of weird. But anyways, it was still a bit of an ordeal because she was trying to like cut me some deals and it just didn't work out. And I was like, I just want this phone. Can you just order this phone for me on this plan? Oh, and the nice thing is they changed their plans at some point over the last couple of years too. So I have more data usage for the same amount of money. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Okay, I have been rambling and tapping, and ignoring this beautiful box for too long. So I really like the black with the blue. It's very beautiful. Let's see if we can do nice. So it is the Samsung Galaxy S9, as it says up there. And it came in titanium gray. I didn't have any choice about the color, but I have no complaints. And it says that this package contains the Samsung Galaxy S9, a wall and USB charger, a stereo headset, a USB connector, a quick start guide, smart switch guide, and Samsung mobile care offer. So, I will say, I've already snuck in and took out the headphones last night because I was watching some ASMR, and I really like to watch ASMR sometimes without headphones, like just have it on the TV or the tablet. I don't know, that's also soothing for me. It's a different experience, but definitely having headphones in is much more personal and I think much more tingle triggering than it is when it's just on. I think it's just kind of relaxing to have that in the background of, you know, cleaning, playing games. Cleaning's not very easy, actually. You're pretty noisy when you clean. But if I'm playing a game on my phone or even reading. So, yeah, I snuck in and I took those headphones because I couldn't really hear what was being said. Because my partner was being a bit... Yeah, my partner was being a bit noisy. So, I snuck in, I used the headphones, and my god, they are so good. They are so good. I need to baby them because I have a reputation for ruining my headphones over time. Okay, let's go ahead and slide this out of its sleeve. It's a beautiful, beautiful sleeve. Here is the lovely little box. There's where it was sealed, but I've already snapped that open. And so where it comes out, do I have this right? Yes, I do. Okay. So it kind of opens up like this. It's got a little tabby that slips in. So on top, it can be a little difficult to get out. On top, we first have our little boxy box with the little key. I don't know if that's the right term. I don't know if that's the right terminology. And then our little paperworks are in here. So I'm not going to bother with all of that. That's not the real fun part. Let's just put that back over here. Before I show off the phone, I'm going to get into all the little nitty-gritties. So, something I was excited about is that the charger is black. And for me, that's new because all of my Samsung chargers have been white, as well as the headphones actually have been white, but the headphones were black with a braided cord. I feel like a fancy bee now. Now, how do we take this off? Because I bet you it's gonna sound amazing. Phone just slid off my lap. not sound as amazing as I thought it would. But I do know that there are stickies on the phone that we can peel off in a moment. Okay, so then the next is the little adapter. This is actually what I was originally using with the Blue Yeti. With my old phone was the adapter. But then I started to have time distortion on my audio recordings, so I had to move over to an old laptop that we have. And so here is the charging cord. Okay, so these are stuck into each other. And I hadn't actually picked this up until now. I am very impressed. It is a very, like, sturdy cord. My dog's not impressed, though. Yeah, it is very sturdy, so I don't know, I just feel like this phone is like a fancy upgrade for me. What did I have before? The S? Like, I'm back there. I think I'm the S4 or 3. I'm way back there, man, so I've just jumped the line a whole bunch. So yeah, there is my charging cord. It's not super fancy or anything, but I think it is. It's nothing fancy to look at. That's what I meant. Okay, and the last item I'll just bring out because it's crinkly. It's the extra sizes for the earbuds, which the earbuds are super comfortable too. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with my new headphones. I'm just gonna watch all the ASMR all the time. Okay, let's move on to the phone though, because I'm so excited. Let me just move this stuff out of my lap. Out of the way. So, here is my beautiful new phone. I'm so excited. I feel like it's been forever since I've gotten my phone. It's probably only been a little bit more than 2 years. And I'm not like a super duper techie person, so it's not like I always have to have the latest gadget. I just need something that works. But I lucked out with this sale. So why don't we go ahead and peely. Oh, I really hope the microphone picked that up well. I will do the back as well, but I'm not going to show it off just because it has information on the back here. So, I'm so sorry about the lighting reflecting off of it. This one is a thicker plastic than the front. Ooh. That was a little rough at the end, so I might have cut that out. So here's my new phone. It's just reading some of the stuff on the back. I am so happy. Gotta go edit today's video and then maybe I'll get this activated and then start looking for some cases, because oof, if I drop this baby, oof, I'm gonna cry. I did that once actually. Oh my god. So a while ago, we had a membership to the YMCA so that we could use the gym facilities. And when I say we, I mean me and my partner. It's a bad habit I have, and I'm trying to get out of it. So we were there one day, and we were finishing up in the locker room, and I don't remember how it happened, but my phone was in my hand, and it just, like, slipped out, face first, landed on the hard, like, locker room floor. And there were people around, and I have anxiety. I don't do well around people. That sounds horrible, but like, I don't know, just strangers, and I don't like to be noticed. I just want to blend in and merge with the wall. Blend in and merge with the walls, you know, no one see me. So it felt like it drew so much attention to me, and I was trying so hard not to like cry and bawl my eyes out, you know. Because at that time, I don't think I was eligible for an upgrade either, so I had to get like a secondhand phone to replace it. Oh, so yeah, this baby is going to be very well cared for. Even though I'm smudging up the glass screen here. I will clean it after. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cheap case for now and then upgrade it in the new year. And just be generally very careful. And maybe try to always use it around a rug. Just in case. Okay. I am so thankful that you came to hang out with me today for this long but ramble. I say funny things. They don't sound right because I try not to swear on here. So, long but ramble it is. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really love spending time with you. And I will see you again soon, probably on another somnolent Sunday next weekend. I love you so much.